gunting series with the stick. This is the illustrissimo method. So we're just going to start there. He's going to go right hand dominant, and I'm either going to be in an open position or a closed position. And what people find hard is sometimes the left hand is underneath, sometimes the left hand is on top. But don't worry too much about it. So if you keep an angle 1, see 1 is passing the stick and 1 is hitting the arm. And then 2 in this system is to the waist. So see here, I could hit the hand and then pass it if my left hand was on top. Or if it was the other way, I might pass it and the right hand might hit some other target. But see, I'm just open to close to open to close. It's going to feed me a high backhand. This one I'm going to hit and I'm going to make an umbrella. And this is going to feed me a thrust and I'm going to switch. So one more time. I'm going to exaggerate. So open to close to open. I can just target the stick, target the stick, target the stick. But in reality, you're usually like stopping the hand and hitting the arm, hitting the hand and progressing to the body, or just taking a piece of what you can get like that, right? Okay, let's start there. Let's stick that in hands. This is the curriculum I was talking about. And so just fundamental exercise, open to close to open. But I'm just gonna reach out with a hand and he's gonna parry and scissor the arm. And now you can go to the body. You can go to the arm too, but I'm just gonna keep coming towards it. So see, it doesn't matter what side he's on, he's just gonna parry the hand. You see, I've hit the left like 3 times in a row. See, then maybe I go back to the right. Okay, and then I'm gonna double up and it's the same. See the close to open or open to close like that. And one of the fundamental reasons you do this is because he's armed, I'm not. People will try to take shots and they're really gonna try to get a hold of you. So you gotta circle, keep parrying, don't let me get in. Yeah, exactly. Because you'll see it all the time on the internet, like when people are stick sparring, somebody takes a shot, they drop the weapon, they're like, they're coming in to negate the advantage of that. So what we want to do is I just pressure him by just moving my body. So it's not like I'm going very fast, I'm just in his space, so just encouraging him to move. And he's got a lot of control, he's not really breaking my ribs. All right, let's get that jab. So there's different uses for the limb destruction. So this could be like knuckle here, it could be knuckle to elbow. See, that's horizontal, right? So it could be horizontal like that, it could be horizontal like that, it could be horizontal like that, it could be horizontal like a slap to the face. And even if you just deliver your own jab, that's still the same sector as the scissor. Sometimes the scissor will go through, and then you'll fire off of that. And sometimes your hand, either intentionally or not, it can get stuck there. Like sometimes you drag this down, right? And then you fire. And sometimes it just kind of ricochets. Like see, if I go straight to the eye, and I go back to the arm, but I don't go through, this might come back, like 1, 2, 3, like that. See? Okay, but just to shortcut it, I'm just gonna hit the bicep and try to find that hand. And now I'm just gonna go cross, hook, cross, and kick the leg. So one more time. So I can go bicep first, and then go forward, and then cross, hook, and cross. Or I could go straight first and ping the bicep, and then go cross. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it looks stupid if you don't experience it, but then when you feel it, it's not that great. Okay, so, sorry about the nerd. So, if I have a glove on, you're never gonna do this, and we'll get there today, but this is the same scissor if I collapse this. So see, give me a jab cross. So yes, I've already got him under. Or maybe it goes through and then I get the hit and we're back to the drag. And then I'm gonna fire off. So the sectors, whether you're gonna be like, I can really hit this limb and elbow it and come back, or I have a glove on and this is the same thing right here. See, but most people don't understand that. One, they just think it's this. They don't even get that it's the radial nerve or the ulnar nerve, right? And then it's the throat. You don't do that in a boxing glove. And then I'm just gonna fire, okay? So 2 options. One was to hit the limb and go back to the body and fire. I'm just trying to keep it simple. Or to hit first and go back to the limb and then fire. Okay? We'll try that. All right. I think Colin likes like a rhythm of 3 just because it gives you options. Like a lot of times you'll just get like, you might get 2 or 1. Like if you give me the jab, maybe that's all I can get. And then I just start trying to hit myself, right? But it's just for practice and reference too. So you could go straight, scissor, back to straight. That would be 3. Would that land? Maybe. Like maybe if I get him in the eye or the throat and I come back and I just check that gun over there, it could happen like that. But anytime you add to the complexity, you're less likely to get it in a real sense. And we need a way to practice this with the gloves on, which is what we're going to approach now. So if he gives me the jab cross, we're going to take 2 in the series. So if I, one more time, slow. If I scissor this one, and now I'm turning, see if the right hand comes in, I'm still covering center, and I'm going to backhand this one. And then all I'm going to do is just shove. And then I'm going to go cross, hook, cross. Let's see with the glove on, it might be this, and then that one doesn't happen. What does this look like? It's just scissor on the other side, right? Or he jabs, and I'm in a shoulder cover, so I didn't destroy the limb. So now I'm going to dive in and press this hand. See this? So if he gives me the jab cross, see I'm like here covering this. And now I'm going to come back and I have this monitored and I can hit. Which you'll see in boxing, a lot of times they don't use the other hand. They just slip and dive in. That's the same motion. But when you're wearing a glove, if I'm wearing a 16-ounce boxing glove, padding this is going to do just about nothing. Sometimes you can shove it, like the guys will shove it, and then they'll go into like the knee, like they'll open to like cover and hit. So there's a lot of application more than like if you give me jab cross, and the internet just sees like this stuff. Like, yeah, okay, well what the heck are you doing, right? So when he gives me the jab, I'm going to try to slap through the bicep and turn like I'm in a three-point cover. See, this hand's on center. And now when the rear hand comes, I just pick up the thumb, and as I hit the bicep, I want to open it up and bring my hand back. So try not to go too like this, right? It's one hand, right? One hand like that, okay? Let's just practice this maybe for a minute, then we'll put the combination back in. 1, 2. Okay, let's see how, make a third punch random, whatever you want to do. See how my hands are still up. You get it? Whereas if I go like that, right? So I've got to make sure that rear parry hand is always covering the body, okay? Which is the same as this position here, just going to the face instead. And then I'm going to fire. Very common. He gives me a jab, I jab him, and then you just start hitting, right? Sometimes you want to detain him, so when he jabs, instead of doing the scissor to the arm, I take it to the rear hand. So now I have a good amount of control, and I'm going to fire the right, left, right. This really isn't from Western boxing, though. This is college. Okay, so again, I scissor the arm. Okay, and a good thing to do is, once you get comfortable, just feed me a jab cross. Yep, just hit the jab crosses every time. Here you go. See, I want to see if I can shut that down, and then I'm going to fire. That's it. Okay, or number 2 gives me the jab cross, I parry, and I'm going to come underneath. And now I'm going to fire the same thing. This might be the solar plexus is a good shot here, but I'm just going to go right, left, and right. So one more time. So I split it and I go, which is the jam. Or he gets the cross off. You see, as I parry, I cover that hand. See, down the line is open. Cross, hook, cross, kick away. Okay? Let's try that.